It was a month since the accident. No matter how many times I called in to apologize both physically and virtually, Mnemosyne or Memo as I like to call her, never answered. I still remember her panicked, tear-stained face as she frantically screamed her EV's name, E, who lies still after Arson's brutal beating. I knew that the battle was a bad idea, but I was desperate to prove that Arson, my Monferno, could do better. That he could get better. Besides, Arson had been doing better lately. He wasn't losing his temper as often. Ever since Arson evolved from a chimchar, he'd be prone to violent outbursts. It was so hard to control him, and I tried everything. Trainer school, Pokemon doctors, medicines, special diets, even therapy. Nothing worked. Then one day, Arson changed. It seemed like he was finally gaining control of himself. Like we were working as a team again. But, one day a baby Mariel who was playing with their young trainer, accidentally sprayed a small insufficient stream of water in Arson's direction, and he snapped. The Mariel died and the kid was traumatized. It made the news. I was dragged into court. The whole world was screaming at me to put Arson down. My dearest friend. As written threats became physical, Memo offered to help me. Perhaps shocked from his own actions, Arson had changed. He had become kind, or maybe he knew what being put down meant. What happened to E didn't help his case. I couldn't be there for the procedure. I couldn't look him in the eye as he begged me for help, trying to get away from Nurse Joy of all people. I wonder if she hates that part of the job, looking sick, dying, or unsalvageable Pokemon in the eye and Arson had known all along what would happen, he just didn't know how to stop. As for Memo, she offered me an olive branch and I brought it along with its tree. I can understand why she won't talk to me, but it still hurts. That was a year ago, and now I really need someone to talk to. Weird things have been happening to me lately. As I step into my new apartment, I nearly jump out of my skin when I hear voices speaking. A woman talks about it being the 1-year anniversary since Arson was put to sleep. As I calm down, I realize that it's the TV. Strange, I know it was off when I left. Add it to the list of strange things, I mutter to myself. Probably another stalker, I'll need to move again. Sighing, I prepare my dinner and get ready for bed. That night, I suddenly awoke to a weird noise. It sounded like a Pokemon walking. Did it only have 3 legs? Click, 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 thump. As it grew louder, I realized that I was in danger, but I had no way of protecting myself. I wasn't allowed to own a Pokemon for 10 years, and it would look bad if I beat the poor thing to unconsciousness. My heartbeat quickened and I couldn't breathe. The door swung open, and I shut my eyes. Nothing happened. Slowly I opened my eyes. I quickly noticed that no one's there. Then I see it. The police suggest that I leave my apartment for a while. I shakily agree while watching them take photos of the Monferno head lying in my bedroom doorway. Heading to a Pokemon Center, I hope no, pray to Arceus that I'll have roommates. Maybe I'll be safer. Nurse Joy asks no questions, but looks concerned at my pale face. Part of my mind wonders if she recognizes me, and hates me. While the other is thankful that she stays professional. She warns me to enter my room quietly, as my roommates are fast asleep. Makes sense since it's past midnight. After thanking her, I slip into my shared room to rest. I wake up early despite last night's events, but I don't know why at first. Then I smell it, a strong scent of iron. My room is covered in blood and my roommates. I'm lucky that the days are shorter, and that Chanseys are so kind. As I finished burying the bodies and hiding the evidence, I got a call from the police. They wanted to talk to me about the Monferno head and why I needed a shovel. I lied and told them that I'd be right there. I ran. I couldn't explain what happened, but I was foolish because the world soon grew black. Of course it wouldn't be that easy. I awoke in a dark room. The only light coming from a lone window. It was night again. The full moon slowly rising over Jubilife City. I was alone, and from what I could see in the dim light I was in a jail cell. I didn't know if I should cry out for relief or out of exasperation. Unfortunately, I didn't have long to ponder. I froze. In the distance I could hear it. As it grew closer, I started screaming for help. Please, someone help me, please.
Velibur Delic, age 24, was found dead this morning in Eterna Forest. The police believe that his death isn't suspicious. Unfortunately, by finding Velibur deceased, we will never have answers to the triple homicide that happened in Jubilife City 1 month ago. Again, if you have any information. Officer Jenny. The news cuts off as the channel changes to a cartoon. The adventures of a Pikachu and an Eevee. A young woman who hugs an odd doll with an ominous aura. Signs deeply. Mother let me stay here while you were away. She let me stay. Locked away from the world for as long as I wanted without being alone. She smiles a sad, tired smile. You always loved this cartoon. Is it still your favorite? Yay.